Good morning. It's October the 1st and it's cold and rainy. And today I want to show you my knitting corner. Hello, Lynx. Hello, Lynx. Oh, what you doing, girl? Are you going to keep me company this morning? Anyway, this is my knitting corner. That is my wooden box that my friend made me with all my stuff in, all my wool. I don't think I'm going to show you it all today. But this is actually a magazine basket, and some of my knitting is visiting in there, and some of my knitting needles, and some wool. And that's my project that I'm busy with at the moment. It's just easy to get to when you're there, when it's hanging there. And this is a basket with some socks and stuff in that I need to finish. And this is my spinning basket. So this is actually too short. The fibers of this is too short to spin. You can spin it, but these other ones it's longer. So I'm just keeping these. I'm going to actually make pin cushions with this because the lanolin in the wool actually prevents your pins from rusting. So yes, this is my little corner, and there's breakfast. It's toast, Bovril toast. Bovril is like Marmite or Vegemite, but it's made out of beef. The same principle applies. It's basically vegetables being cooked down to paste, and the same happens with the beef. So it's like beef stock. And then hot chocolate because it's cold. And then this is my couch where I like to sit and knit because I can put my feet up. And then when I was in America, my friend Liana gave me this bag full of goodies. There was even some wool in it. I kind of like donated it to my friend because she knits blankets for underprivileged people. And this is my acquisitions. I'm going to show you later on. Good morning. My name is Katinka. I'm from Agnita Create. It's basically a small little boutique that I have in my back garden, which is closed at the moment. But then with that I also do like orders and stuff. But my first love is always, actually no, I can't say that. I've always loved knitting and sewing and everything else. It is the 1st of October, like I said before. I think it's episode 6. I can't remember. I haven't recorded for almost, no, I think it is a month. Because I was away. I went to visit my friend. It was her wedding. After so many years, she finally got married. I was so happy for her. It was beautiful and so much fun. Somewhere along the line, I'll get all the little video clips together and I'll put a little vlog of my visit to America. But I don't think that will happen today. These were the socks I actually took along. I was able to get these needles through customs, which I was, not customs, you know where they have the like x-rays and stuff. I was so chuffed because that meant I could knit on the plane. I never knitted on the plane. I did knit in the transit areas though. So I've been busy with these socks. It's just plain vanilla socks. It's a nice little cotton wool. And I have been knitting it from both sides because I have this one ball. And I want to make sure I have enough. I'm not sure. I'm going to just pull a thread and then do the heel afterwards. Just like pull a thread and do the heel. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do it with this wool because there's not a lot left. I mean yarn. But I think I'm just going to add the synthetic yarn. It's a baby wool from Owl. A baby clean or something. What's that word? Babykins from Owl. But because it's got synthetic in it, I'm sure it will actually make the heel and the toe a bit stronger. I should have actually finished these while I was there, and I could have, but I rip back so often, because you know, then you drop a stitch and then you do it and you think, oh no, it's too narrow, and then it's too wide. And I'm at a place when I do sock knitting, I don't mind ripping back because it's quite fun to actually do it right, you know. Because what I found is with a jersey or a cardigan or something like that, you get to a point where you feel like I've done so much. I mean, it's like 100 and something stitches or 89 stitches, and now I'm going to rip back so many stitches and rows, and it's just overwhelming. Where with a sock, if you row back, you never have more than 64 stitches. I do. I don't know about other people. Maybe I will have more if I have thinner wool, but this is quite thin. You can actually see. So I've got a lot of sewing stuff to show you, but I'm not going to show sewing today. I'll do another thing for the sewing stuff. I'm just going to stick to wool today because it is a beautiful day. I think so. It's raining. There's a word, pulvoric. I think that's the word. That means a person who loves rain. Well, I'm one of those. I just love rain. So I'm still having breakfast. It's quite early. Like I said, this is my Bovril toast, and it's gone soggy. I hate soggy toast, but anyway, I love it because it's salty. Maybe not good to eat while I'm trying to podcast. Just excuse me, sorry. Yeah. So anyway, it took me some time to get back into normal because being away was only 2.5 weeks. And I need to sop off hot chocolate today. This is also my chocolate out. I'm sure the rest of the world knows about it, but it's new to South Africa. I've seen it this winter for the first time. It's called Boston hot chocolate. And you get hot chocolate, and you get red velvet hot chocolate, and I think there's a cappuccino. I don't like a cappuccino. And then there's a mint chocolate, hot chocolate. But my thing is, how can you actually put mint with chocolate? That's like eating a piece of chocolate and then brushing your teeth with toothpaste. I just think it's a waste of good chocolate. So anyway, I'm having hot chocolate because it's cold and it's rainy. What I like about the Boston hot chocolate, I don't think you can see it, but it makes like a thick foam on top. I know it's just chemicals and maybe like a emulsifier and stuff like that, but I still like it. It's not that healthy. So I'm surrounded by the cats. Pinky is walking past now. She was outside. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me just go and save my material. So anyway, I'm busy working on bridesmaids dresses. This is like an apple green, and it's material. There's like meters and meters of material. It's lying there on the floor because I'm busy cutting out. So what I do, I've got my cutting out table over there, and then I've got my rail standing on this side. Then I like drape the material over the rail, and then it goes on the floor a little bit and then onto the cutting table, and then I just cut these meters of material into bridesmaids dresses or whatever I'm busy with. So the material on the floor, the cats cannot leave it alone. So Pinky just came in from outside. She's now sitting over there, and she's wet. So of course she's making a beeline for the material on the floor because that's her favorite thing. I mean, it's apple green's bridal satin. It's just perfect for a little princess. But her mom had other ideas. Bubbles, he was here. I don't know where he's now. He's most likely playing in the rain. He is such a cute thing. He's actually quite a handful. In the week, oh my gosh, these cats, I love them to bits, but man, they're a handful. Anybody with animals, you are brave. Kids, you are even more brave. So anyway, I got back from America maybe about 2.5 weeks back. Yeah, I've been back about 2.5 weeks. And I was so tired because I traveled for almost 29 hours, just short of 29 hours, because I had to change my flight from Atlanta. I was flying out from Atlanta, so I would get into the plane, I think stop in somewhere, I can't remember where, and then take a flight to Atlanta and then fly out. But then we had Irma hitting America, the south coast or whatever coast of America, Florida coast of America. And I didn't realize that Georgia, where Atlanta is actually like next to Florida. Sorry, my American geography is not very good. I did look it up on the map and stuff, but you know, it's quite new to me, so I didn't remember everything. So I'm phoning the airlines because I was supposed to go to Houston, but Houston also got flooded out by, I can't remember which one. Anyway, so my friend I was supposed to visit in Houston, her house was surrounded with water. Luckily not her place itself, but like her whole surrounding was underwater basically. You had to take like a detour of 3 hours before you could get to her. And there was no way I could visit her, and I don't even think the airports were open because I literally was supposed to go to her that Wednesday after that disastrous weekend. And you know, we don't, in South Africa, we don't really have hurricanes. I think, no, I can't remember of any hurricanes. We sometimes have storms that will last like 2 hours or so, or a dam will break and we would have floods. And sometimes we have lots of rain coming down. A while ago, we had a flash flood in Joburg where it was so scary. The heavens opened up literally, and within half an hour dumped thousands of liters of water, and the water just like flooded the highway, and there were cars stuck, and I almost think people were killed, if I remember right, because you know, with these bridges, like it's flyovers and underneath the bridge and stuff, and there's always low-lying areas, and there's actually a video on YouTube where this guy was in one of the taxis. Now we have like minibuses that's like public transport, so it's privately owned, but that's the public transport. So anyway, he was in this thing and he got caught in it, and people were actually like walking from rooftop to rooftop to help him to get his passengers out. It was unbelievable. Like in half an hour, there was all this water. So, but that's the only exposure I have of that. So I don't know about winds. We have a lot of wind here, but if it's really bad, it's like 30 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure how many miles an hour that is, but it's not. Sometimes we have 60. Last year we had an 80-kilometer day, but that was hectic. I mean, that's not totally normal. So to watch these things on the news, I didn't have lots of time to watch it, but to watch it and to see all the water coming down and to see all the wind and how strong those winds were, it was mind-boggling, because you know, you live in another country, and yes, you're aware of what's going on in other places, but it's not like you really understand it until you're kind of closer to it. So I didn't see it myself, and I'm very thankful for it. There was one South African guy who lives in Miami, I think, and he decided he's going to stay in his home because he wants to experience a hurricane. I mean, that's plain stupid. But anyway, I didn't do that. So anyway, oh, sorry, I'm so sorry I'm saying anyway so much. I'll stop now. I'll try to stop. So I didn't visit my friend Bethany. I was so sad because I know I speak about her all the time. And Bethany, Freely Born, go check out her videos. It's so stunning. Oh man, she's just the sweetest thing. So I couldn't get to her because her house was surrounded by water, and halfway, I think she was stuck there for 6 days, and then she went to stay with a friend after a while because, you know, apparently. And it makes sense because that's what happened here with us as well. There were riots and looting and stuff like that. And people got quite strange in some senses. And I think a disaster, a natural disaster like that, actually brings out the worst in some people. It might bring out the best in some people, but it also might bring out the worst in some people. And I almost feel like it's like whatever is the thing that's under all the veneer, that is what's going to come out when you live through a disaster. And sometimes I feel like God uses disasters to show us what's in our hearts. Now, I don't say that's what hers think, but I find for me, the way I react to things that's really stressful or that's really upsetting is that shows me what's in my heart, and it actually brings me to a place where I have to reassess and just make sure that my heart is right. But anyway, I didn't get to Houston. So, oh, that's why I'm telling you. I'm like doing this whole little detour all the way. Yeah, so I'm phoning. So now I'm in St. Louis with my friend Elizabeth from Elizabeth Humble Home. And I'm phoning the Delta Airlines because I phoned my travel agent, and she said to me, no, phone them because you have to change your tickets. Because I couldn't fly into Houston anyway. And luckily, because of that, I didn't have to pay extra. And also, I had kind of like insurance in case. So I'm busy chatting to the lady, and she's not understanding my accent, and I'm struggling with her accent. And my friend Elizabeth, she says, wait. And she comes in, and she says, can I speak to her? I said, no, please do, because I can't get anywhere with explaining what I want to do. I thought I spoke English. So anyway, she took over. And then she said, no, but please take her as far away as possible from any coastlines. Because I didn't realize that, like I said, Atlanta is like next to Florida. And in the end, it was good that I didn't go to Atlanta, because on the day that I was supposed to fly out, apparently that airport was hit with about 100-kilometer-an-hour winds. Now, there's no way you can actually even lift a plane off the ground with that, I think. I'm not an expert, but That's just my logic. So I flew out from St. Louis, and then I went to Minnesota. I had to stop over there for a few hours. Then I went to Amsterdam. That was quite a long one. I think it was like 8 or 9 hours flight. And then, yeah, I think it was about 8 or 9. No, maybe it was 7 or 8 hours. Oh, I can't remember. It was a long time. Then I got to Amsterdam, and a 2 hour stopover turned into a 3 hour because there was plane problems, which I'm very glad they sorted out before we left. And then it was another 11 hours on the plane to Joburg. We walked out through customs by, what was it? I think it was like 9:30 that night. And then I just want to say, not everybody in South Africa is as rude as our custom people. Please don't think the people in South Africa is like that. I'm really apologizing on behalf of the rest of us. We're not all that rude. I was really shocked. I was actually ashamed to call myself a South African by just watching how they were treating some of the people. But anyway, that's another story for another day. So then I got home finally, and you know when you wait for so long, you get home and it's your house, but it doesn't feel like home anymore because I had people staying in my house. It's kind of like new friends I made, and they are a young married couple, and they were so kind to come and stay here because they live in their own house, but her mom and her brother is staying with them, and she loves her parents and he loves her mom and brother. But you know, sometimes as a young married couple, I think you want your own time. So anyway, they came to stay in my house for the time I was away. My animals were quite happy, and they were very happy to see me when I got back. But they were quite happy. It was not like needy. They were just happy to see me. So I know that my animals were well looked after. My house was standing still, and they were just so sweet in my home. And but now because it had a different feel to it, so I started cleaning. And then because you start cleaning, the next step is the cats got hold of my bathroom curtain because while I was away, they realized that, I'll show you one day, everywhere in my house, all my windows have bubble bars. Now, Bubbles is my sweet little kitten. He's not even a year old. And Pinky is my intelligent girl. So she learned when she was young to open windows. But there was only the one window she would ever try. She never thought about opening other windows. But you know, they say with each generation, like if a generation learned to do X, then the next generation will learn to do X and Y. So anyway, Bubbles was the next generation. Pinky taught him how to open windows. Now he didn't just think he can open one window. He goes from window to window trying to open it. But that's still okay. So I don't want him outside. We have some serious wildcats living in close by because I'm kind of like rural, and they look almost like a ferret, but they're bigger and they've got long bodies and they're vicious. They once got into my friend's aviary. Oh my gosh, that was harsh. I was house sitting for them, and I had to phone them the day before they came going back. I said to them, you know those horror movies you see with heads off and carcasses lying everywhere? You know your 50 birds or 50 odd birds in your aviary? Well, that's how it's looking like. Please don't bring the kids home. Just come on your own. So I've seen them do that. So basically they get into an aviary or wherever. They like catch everything inside, bite the heads off, drink the blood, and then just leave the carcasses everywhere. It was feathers. It was carcasses. It was atrocious. The poor bunnies. Those poor bunnies. You know, I don't ever need to see a horror movie again because that was horrible enough. So there's those things living just on the other side of the road. But you know, yes, they are horrid and everything, but this is their habitat. So my job is to keep my animals safe. So for that reason, I keep the cats inside. And then there's the eagle owl. I don't know if you've ever seen an eagle owl. The eagle owl is about this big from the floor, and I know I'm sitting here. So they are huge. Their wingspan is like massive. Now, about 3 years ago, I lost a cat, and he just went out at sundown, and he was one of those that I raised, so he would never leave me alone, and he just never came back. By 10 o'clock, that was at 6, by 10 o'clock I went looking for him. He was gone. You couldn't find a trace of him. So the general consensus is that he was taken by an eagle owl. I think it's right. My friend actually explained the whole process to me, and she said she's seen them taking animals and small dogs, and yeah, it's quite sad. So for that reason, I don't let my cats out at night. And also, you know, you don't want your cats... Oh, my coccyx is a bit sore, I fell. You don't want your cats to be a nuisance to other people. If you are an animal owner, you need to make sure that you are looking after your animals. You make sure that you are training them properly, and also that they are not a nuisance to other people. So for that reason, I don't want my cats outside at night because I know they will go into other people's homes, and I know that we had issues with other people's cats in our home when I was growing up. And my dad got so desperate at one stage, he actually killed the one cat. It was somebody's bed, but this cat kept on coming into our house, and he actually phoned people and he said, "I'm sorry, your cat is dead because you couldn't keep it in your house." And because it was attacking our animals, one cat actually died because of this cat attacking it. So it was just a disaster. So for that reason, my animals stay inside. But now Mr. Bubbles have decided that he can open windows, so he's going to open them. So he goes from window to window, and he goes, the whole night. So I'm just falling asleep. So the one night, I think I scolded him. I told him not to. And I gave him a hiding. I don't give my cats hiding. I gave him a hiding. Not like hard, but you know, like a smack on the butt. And I'm telling him no. And usually when I'm really strict with him, he comes and he cuddles and he purrs and then it's it. Not this night. But Wednesday night, I had an average of 4 hours sleep a night, and not even continuous, like a 2 hour and then a half an hour and then another hour. I felt like somebody with a baby, and I thought, you know what? I don't have children. I don't have to have this. I have a shop outside that's standing empty. So on Thursday night, I took a sandbox and their food, gave them enough food for the night and their water, and I put them in the Wendy house. These cats were so traumatized. They stressed ate through all their food for the night. The next morning, I fetched them. And they made a beeline to the house, like sitting in front of their food dishes, like we never ate past the whole night. And it was so funny. They were so miffed with me. So on Friday, they ignored me until about 10 o'clock. But you know what? I slept from 8 until 6 the next morning. It was amazing. I suddenly started feeling human again. I don't know how you mothers do it out there. How do you cope all night with a crying baby? I don't know how you do that. I'm serious. I think mothers need medals. That's it. Yeah. So anyway, we're setting into a rhythm. So the last 2 nights they've been fine. I think they had a bit of a shock to realize that I just banned all 3 of them. Oh, sweetie pie. There's Pinky and Lynx. Pinky is kind of like lying on top of Lynx because she's quite a small cat. And Lynx is a big one, and Lynx is licking her and washing her because Pinky is wet. It's raining outside. Yeah, so Pinky thinks she's a kitten again. But anyway, so that's all my cats and my stories. Anyway, I need to stop saying anyway. I'm going to get there. I promise you. Maybe I shouldn't promise. Let me show you my acquisitions. I bought some wool. And I got given some wool. But, you know what? In South Africa, I think there is some yarn people. There's one here in East London, which is, oh, she's amazing. If you ever have an option, go there or go and see her online. I think she does sell online. The brand's name is Karoo Moon. Karoo Moon. Okay? And she's local, and like I said, her wool is beautiful. I haven't gone there. I've met her through markets and stuff because I used to do markets at one stage. But I really need to go and visit her. And it sounds like they have a knit night. I was actually finding out about that. Because you know what? I've got this yearning in my heart at the moment to go to knit nights. And we don't really have that. So if I go to a knit night, I will have to go all the way to East London, which is maybe not such a good idea. Because it's quite far. But anyway, I'll do it. Because I need some knitting inspiration. Yeah. And so she's there, and she's got some, I think it's merino, handspun merino, and then she has like a mix for socks. There's silk and alpaca and merino mix. I must actually go and visit her, but I love the natural ones. So yeah, but otherwise there's not really a lot of wool. You struggle to find real wool. You sometimes find like 25% in a bowl of like acrylic and this and that, and 25% wool. Now, I'm thinking, if I'm going to spend so much time on knitting, then I want natural fibers. I don't want to knit with synthetic fibers unless it's really beautiful and I really like the color or something. So I ordered some wool online because I knew now I'm going to go to America to my friend, and then I'm going to go to another friend, and I can actually order wool online. So it cost me a fortune in our rand, because our rand's not worth a lot, but I got Cascade 220, 220, look at that. It's a beautiful grey. What's the colorway called? I don't know, it was made in Peru. 100% Peruvian Highland wool, 100 grams, 200 meters. And I can't remember the colorway. See until I didn't say what the colorway it is. Fine yarn, and this is distributor of fine yarn. I'm not sure how the weight of the yarn works. You know, we here in South Africa we speak about 2-ply, 3-ply and 4-ply, and 2-ply is usually like the thicker one, and then depending on what you use. But I think this is a worsted weight. I think so. Maybe some of you real knitters can tell me. Give me a short tutorial. So I ordered 6 skeins, thinking it would be enough for I want a cable cardigan. Then I started knitting in my knitting bag up here, which I'm going to show you now. And then I realized I needed more. But luckily I've got another friend who's going there for work soon. And she said she will bring me more. So my friend who got married, she contacted me and she said no, she'll order me some more. So she got me 3 more skeins. Oh, so look at this. It is beautiful. Oh, I love the feel. It's a bit scratchy, but apparently it washes soft. And this is not the one. This is the one that doesn't have the treatment. So it has a bit of a fluff. But I love that. I love the halos. So anyway, I have to stop saying anyway. Sorry. That was good. I got 6 cans of that, and there's 3 more coming next week. So I started a cardigan. I'm so excited. This is my little project bag. My friend Lynn Piper from I can't remember. Well, she's also online. She's also she does beautiful crocheting. Her stuff is just exquisite. You can't get any better. And she makes the most beautiful porcelain dolls. Not a lot of the time, but when she makes them, it's worth actually visiting her. I'll try to put a link, but I'm bad with links. I'm sorry, but I'll try. So the first thing I want to show you, I swatched. For the first time in my life, I actually did a swatch. Can you believe it? Man, I am actually going up in life. Okay. Me swatching. I didn't even use a pattern until a year ago. So I found this pattern. It's a free pattern, and I found it, I don't know where I found it. I was looking for cable jerseys, cardigans. And I quite like this one because of the rounding at the bottom. And also the cable. It's got like a big cable, but then one of the cables are twisted in between. So I started knitting it. This is my first skein of yarn. I found that I'm knitting it on a 5mm, I think it's the American one, 5mm needle. The instruction said you need to use, wait, I'm looking here. So the instruction thing says use 4 to 5mm needles. But so it's 7 to 8 US. Okay. So I swatched it to make sure, and I found the 5 was giving me the right gauge that I wanted. So look at this. I've got the bottom part done, and I think it is beautiful. Now if you look there, that part is shorter than that part. So if I look at the picture, it looked like these were longer. But they were really close together. So what I did is I'm adding, for when I do the cables there, I'm just adding 2 extra rows between every cable because they were very close together and I didn't particularly like it like that. But there you go. I'm busy knitting a cardigan and I'm using a pattern and I'm sticking to the pattern. Kind of. I had to change the cable way, but I'm sticking to the basic pattern. So I need to show you the next thing. Now, yarn balls are good things. I haven't seen any here. I've got a friend who does Vanessa Holstock. Can't remember what her Instagram name is. I need to figure out how to add stuff to my videos. I'm gonna get there one day. But anyway, she does the most beautiful pottery. Oh my gosh, her stuff is beautiful. And so I was contemplating asking her to make me a yarn ball. But then I remembered about this little half ice bucket. Look, I think it's silver plated. Yes. What does it say here on the back? Made in England. EPNS means silver plated. Mappen and web. So it's a little silver plated ice bucket. It's quite heavy, but that's okay. I know it's not going to break. And then when I cake my yarn, look there, I've caked a yarn ball. I have a yarn cake. Look at this. It fits perfectly. And then with a yarn cake, you just put it from the inside and there you go. You can knit. Can you believe it? It's like this was made for a yarn cake. I am so excited. So I'm busy knitting this. I hope I don't get distracted. I've really been trying to knit every day a little bit because, you know, I get so jealous of these people who have time to knit all the time. I really don't. And I know some people make excuses and say, oh, I've got no time, and then I do other things. Sometimes I do get distracted a bit by Instagram. I know, I'm bad. Oh yes, you'll see in the beginning I'm going to put it up. I lost my Instagram account. Sorry, I've got a little bit of ink in my throat. I lost my Instagram account beginning of September. Instagram decided I was violating Instagram rules. There was no naked pictures of me. There was no hate speech. There was no anything that they say is violating the rules, but apparently I did, and they haven't given me my account back. I was quite sad about that because I really had some photos there that I couldn't replace. But anyway, so I had to start again. So where are you? Anyway, I was telling you about my Instagram account. So anyway, sorry, I really need to stop saying anyway. Agneta Katinka was the one that actually got lost, and now it's Agneta 1 Katinka. And oh yes, we were talking about the purchases. So since I spoke to you last, that was this morning, I only now got back to finishing this podcast. I caked up all the balls of yarn that I had. So there's 4 ready to be knitted up. And I wanted to tell you about my acquisitions. So I found, I went to 2 places. The one was Joann's Fabrics. That was quite cool. And I went to Hobbycraft. And at Hobbycraft, I got some knitting needles. They were on sale. Because, you know, rand dollar exchange rate, buying stuff was a bit expensive. So I found these ones. I think they're big enough for socks, actually. But I think that part is maybe a bit long. The needle shaft is maybe a bit long. I'll have to try them and see. And that is number 6. And then the 6. That's a big difference. Huh. So that's 16 inches. Number 6. 4 millimeters. And this is 29 inches. And it is 6.5 millimeters. So I can actually see my circular needles. I can actually see myself using this a lot. I like bamboo needles because they're easy to travel with, because I do quite a lot of traveling. And then for my friend's wedding, her dress had little buttons at the back with hooks. So I could do them by hand, but it was quite hard on your nails. So we bought a pack of crocheting hooks. And we used one and I broke it. It was such a mission. But all the rest was given to me. So I'm very chuffed about these. I can see myself playing nicely with these. They're just plastic, but they're fine. Then I'm going to pause quickly. And I got some fat quarters. Look at this. I'm going to make... So I said that I'm going to do a podcast with all my sewing stuff. I'll do that separate because there's just too much of my knitting stuff. So I am going to make some bags out of this. Knitting bags. Because I don't really have a lot of bags for knitting stuff. And I saw that's a thing. I used to just use plastic bags. But why use a plastic bag if you can actually have a nice little bag with a zip or a drawstring? I think I'm going to do drawstrings this time because the zip, the wool actually gets stuck in the zipper. So let me show you, like this one. I put my socks in here. It's just a normal little bag that I got from someone. And it's very cute and my sock needles fit in nicely and it's very nice. But you know, when I close it, it's a problem because the wool, actually, the yarn gets stuck in there. So, I love the little owls. Look at that. So I'm going to mix it with this one on the inside. And then I was thinking to maybe do the bottom like that. I think that could just look so cute. So that will be like at the bottom folding up. And this will stick out at the top. And I want to make quite a big one, like a sweater bag. But there's enough of this to do another bottom with this one. So that will be the outside with the little birds. I'm really keeping to the bird view. And because birds are flying, I got the clouds to do on the inside. And I most likely will do it reversible. And this is for the rest of it on the inside. So it will also be, that will stick out at the top with the little drawstring. This one most likely will be a bit smaller. And then that at the bottom. But don't you think that's cute? So yeah, we don't really get fat quarters here with us. I haven't seen them. I think maybe the quilters will know about it. But I haven't seen this cute material with us yet. So I'm quite happy about that. Then with my friend, the one I visited in St. Louis, Elizabeth, from Elizabeth Humble House. She had this amazing cellar full of stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh, I felt like I died and went to heaven. So anyway, she gave me this. Look at this. This is 227 grams, 100% pure virgin wool containing natural oils. And it is 425 meters. I think you call this worsted weight. It doesn't, I wish they would say it on the things. Because you know, I'm still learning the name of this. So it's called Fisherman's wool, and it's called Lion Brand yarn, which I think is stunning. Color, they just have a number there, color 125. A sufficient quantity of one lot to ensure uniformity of color. Oh, okay. That seems to me they dyed or something. Yeah, I think that's it. But don't you think this is beautiful? Oh, it's medium. It's a 4-ply. Okay, I can work with that. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I've got these two. Now part of me wants to connect these two because it's so beautiful. I haven't really watched, what's that one? I think it's called Outlander. Is it called Outlander? I don't know. You see, I don't watch television because I don't have a television. And also, in South Africa, you pay a television license. And when you get that license, you never get rid of it. So my granny actually was dead for 7 years, and we still had a fight with them every year to get them to understand that we don't have to pay for a television license because she's dead. It didn't work. In the end, they sued the family, and it was big stories. So when I got my own place, I never really had a television, and I decided I'm not bringing a television into my house because I'm not going to pay a television license for stuff that's on television. Something in my mouth. Stuff that's on television that I don't want to watch, because I'm very particular at what I want to watch, and also television steals your time. So I'd rather sit and watch a podcast or listen to music. But apparently my friend have told me about the books long before the series. It's called Outlander, I think. About this girl, Claire, who goes from out, in and out. So I was thinking to do like a show maybe. Like a Outlander inspired one. I'm not sure. I must actually ask my friend if I could borrow her books and read it. Because I always prefer to read the books more than I like to watch the movies. But I'm bluffing. I don't even have time to properly get exercise. Where will I find time to read? Although that's part of the thing I have decided. I've decided that I need to get more time for myself. You know, we get so busy and we do so many things for other people and for businesses and for work. And in the end, I'm just going to move this like this. Oops. Oops. Sorry. In the end, we end up doing all these things for all these people and for our businesses and for our animals. And we do not do anything for ourselves. So I came back from America and I've decided that I need to actually be more balanced. Because I've really lived an unbalanced life. I would eat sometimes and sometimes I won't eat. And I would exercise sometimes and sometimes I won't exercise. And basically I didn't do a lot of fun things and I could start feeling it. Yeah. So I think that's one of the things I have to do. Sorry, I'm looking at this wall. It is just so beautiful. It is going to pile. Look there. But what the heck. It's part of life. So what I was thinking is to do like an Outlander inspired shawl in these colors. Look at how beautiful they are. They are so natural. And then just maybe with I don't know. Anybody have an idea? Maybe like rose, like I don't know what you call them when they come together. I'll work something out, and then some lace on the bar outside. I think I need to draw up a pattern. Yes, because I can. But then again, why invent something if it's already out there? I'll go and see what I can find. But I might just draw up my own pattern, because you know, I haven't done my own pattern yet. And I know I can. I've got this thing like, oh, I'm sure I can do that. And then I do it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, it was maybe a bit more difficult than I thought it could be. Yeah, so it's interesting. But I was really excited about this wool. Sorry, there's a knot in the wool, and I don't do well with knots. If there's a knot, I have to take it out, you know. Sorry, I must stop saying sorry. The camera is there, but when I look there, I feel kind of funny. So I kind of like look here because this is where I see my face, you know, like here. But I need to change that. I need to teach myself to look at the camera and not at the rest. It might also help if I just not flip the camera around. But then I can't always see if it's recording. So I don't know. I'll have to think about that. So anyway, so that was my acquisitions. Here was the beautiful Cascade 220 yarn, which I'm so happy about. And I'm busy doing just a little recap. I'm busy doing this little cable knit with it, which I think, oh, it's the wrong way around, which I think is gorgeous. And if you look closely, you'll see there's some mistakes in there, but I don't care. It's the back. The front will be better. And also, you know, in some places, they believe you need to make mistakes to prove that you're not God. So, I have put some mistakes in. No, not really. There is some mistakes in here, but I didn't put them there. But I'm not ripping back. Unless, if it's a structural thing, that's a different story. But it's just a pattern, I can live with that. And then, since I've seen you last, I was telling you about these socks. I started the toes on this one. So, they're almost done. Look there. And I got quite far with this one as well. So I'm going to finish them soon. Maybe tonight. Maybe tonight's going to be a night where I actually have time for myself. Take time for myself, not have time for myself. And then I just have to like put them on my foot and see where my heel is, rip it open. And I'm sure, so the toes I'm going to do in this wool, because there's enough of that. Actually yarn. I must remember, it's yarn. Like I said before, South Africa, we call anything in it with wool. This is not wool, this is yarn, it's cotton. 100% cotton. So I'm hoping my toe, I'm actually, maybe I should just do this last part with the synthetic. If my toe goes through, I'll change it. That's one of those things. So I'll do the toe in that, and then I'll do the heel just different. Because nobody sees the heel anyway. And I'm just using a sock pattern that it's like I use it as a guide. So this sock pattern I got long ago. I showed you that, I think, a few episodes ago. With a pack of stuff, and I loved it. It's so beautiful. So I had to adjust it because this yarn was a bit thicker than the other yarn I'm using with, but that's okay. So that's that. And what else can I show you? No, that's it for today. I'm so glad you guys could visit with me, and it was lovely chatting to you. And if you stuck it out until now, yeah, wow, kudos to you. That's good. So this is my knitting spot. I love this area. All my knitting paraphernalia is in this corner. My spinning wheel, I'll show you next time. It's in that corner. And I just love this lady. She's not family. My friend found the photo, and she knows that I love old photos. So we put it up. I put it up. And then there's my little Pinterest tray with all my goodies in it. And that's it. You guys must have a lovely week. It's so nice chatting to you again. And I hope you are blessed and that you have your creativity on and that you do amazing things this following week or two or however long it takes me to record again. Goodbye.